is up, you guys? It is your boy, Q, and today we are going to be talking about the Gina Carano controversy, everything that surrounds it, and why she was canceled and eventually fired. We're just going to get right into it, and without further ado, let's get it. So, for those of you that do not know, Gina Carano is a actress. She was a former MMA fighter that was eventually got the part of Cara Dune in the Mandalorian series, and basically she was like one of the supporting characters in the show. I'd say pretty major. She was set to get her own spin-off show, and since she was fired, they had to basically scrap that whole idea. And Jon Favreau, the creator and director of The Mandalorian, he's very upset about that. And he's like been talking with all of the execs at Disney, trying to get them to reverse that decision, because he's very against cancel culture, everything that it stands for. He does not agree with it, and he just does not like cancel culture. So he was the only reason that she was not fired a long time ago. That was the only reason. But now that she has been fired, he's not really in the best mood right now, because the whole thing that he had planned for her character in that series has all had to get scrapped, even, and they were already starting to um create the show. Like, they were in early stages of production, and now that they have ended it, they're he's very mad, because now they have to basically redo the show or scrap that show and make a whole nother show with a different character, because they can't really use her anymore, because she's fired. She's not coming back to Disney, and that will cost Disney a lot of money to redo that, or even scrap the show. That's even more money. So he is not in a good mood right now. And so basically, we're just gonna see why she was why she was canceled, because of the statement she made on Twitter. And I'm just gonna let you know, if it may offend you. You may see nothing wrong with this, but just a little trigger warning right here. This is her first tweet right here that she made. And we're just gonna go through and read it. Jews were beaten in the streets, not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even by children, because history is edited. Most people don't. Most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? And we have a picture of a Jewish person running what appears to be from German soldiers. This is a picture from the Holocaust, and yeah, that was the one that got her fired, because, like, love her or hate her, this was not the best decision to post, especially in the position that she was in. Regardless of what she posted, she knew this was gonna. At this point, she had known that this was gonna trigger some people, right? And the fact that she still went ahead and posted it means, I guess she didn't think she was gonna get fired, or she just did not care at all. And she just said, whatever, I don't care anymore. But it's just like, she had to have known that this was gonna happen, right? Because she had triggered some other people for her original tweet, and she got canceled for that. And she had multiple tweets where she was saying some things that were offending some people, or that were like crazy stories, like conspiracy theories. That's like a lot of the stuff that she posted on her Twitter. And like, I believe in the freedom of speech, but you also have to own it. Like, you have to take the consequences that come with freedom of speech. And I don't think that she was trying to offend anyone with this, but this is anti-Semitic. Like, I think this is anti-Semitic. Some people may say it's not. Like, at the end of the day, we're just gonna have to see what a Jewish person says about it, because I'm not Jewish. I don't have the right qualifications to say if this is actually anti-Semitic or not. But in my opinion, this is pretty offensive any way you say it, right? Any way it shakes out. She she in the position that she was in, like, I still can't understand, wrap my head around this, but because of the position that she was in, I would have never said that. And this is not right. Like, this tweet right here, I cannot defend this. This is not right at all, because do you know how many there were 7 million Jews died during the Holocaust? And she's trying to compare that to what some Republicans are facing in American society. You know what I mean? And I do think, to a certain extent, they have been kind of conservatives have been kind of shunned to the side. Like, Hollywood is very probably anti conservative. Like, there's been a lot of that in there, unless you're with Fox or something like that. But at the end of the day, this does not excuse this. And for people trying to make it compare this to a tweet that Pedro Pascal has said that also offended some other people, you guys have to understand that they sat him down, they talked to him, and he said, okay, I won't do this again. I apologize. I understand that I was wrong. This will never happen again. But with everything that went on with Gina Carano, she's had multiple chances to change this. Like, she's tweeted again and again, tweeting some offensive stuff, and she still eventually, like, she still kept on posting this, and she was on thin ice for a long time. But then she posted this, and Disney was done with her. The ice has been broken. They let her go. They said she is never going to come back, which for the foreseeable future she probably will not be. But they were just waiting, after the season 2, there was no content of the Mandalorian coming out with her in it. So this was the perfect time to release her from Disney. And that's why she was fired, because she had tweeted all these offensive things. And I'm gonna go through and read some of the other ones. But this is one of her conspiracy theories that she wrote, one of many, and I'm just gonna read it to you. It says, Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. I guess what she's saying is somebody may have killed him and framed it as a suicide or something like that. That's the pedophile. What who is she? She's referring to Jeffrey Epstein, the pedophile, and she said Jeff Epstein didn't kill himself. So I guess that's one of her conspiracy theories that she's written. And then let me see what another one is. She says one of the first firestorms she sparked online came in September, when she addressed the pressure to use trans-friendly pronouns instead of updating her bio with the words beep, bop, boop. I'm not against trans lives at all. They need to find less abusive representation, she wrote in the since deleted post. After sparking an uproar online, she clarified that it has zero to do with mocking trans people, but about exposing the bully mentality of the mob that has taken over the voices of many genuine causes. I want people to know you can take hate with a smile. So boop you for misunderstanding, she wrote at the time with the grinning emoji. A month before that, she had taken on someone who told her that Black Lives Matter protests were trying to educate her so you can get on the right side of history. In my experience, screaming at someone that they are racist when they are indeed not a racist, and any and or post research will show you those exact facts. Then I'm sorry, these people are not educators. They are cowards and bullies, she wrote in a reply shared by Vanity Fair. She also went over anti-masking and leftist leaders in a mocking breaking news alert and showing two men with masks over their eyes rather than their mouths. Democratic leaders now recommend we all wear blindfolds along with masks so we can't see what's really going on. The November tweet read. She also joined calls to open up on your all your businesses and churches because people are dropping like flies from depression and suicide, overdoses and murder. I haven't even been to church in over a decade, but I sure would go now, she wrote. In early November, she also posted about the need to fix the system amid early claims that the election was rigged against President Donald Trump. We need to clean up the election process so we are not left feeling the way we do today. Put laws in place that protect us against voter fraud. Investigate every state, film the counting, flesh out the fake votes, require ID, make voter fraud end in 2020, fix the system. So, we all know that the election was not rigged, and um, this is just like a little glimpse of what she posts a lot. Again, I don't. This is obviously not true, but she's still allowed to say that. But that's what most people say. She's still allowed to say that. That's her right to say whatever she wants, freedom of speech. But I'm like, you have to take the consequences for it, because you're going to get backlash for it. Because if you don't know, Disney is a private country. They are so controlling of their actors and the people that work at Disney. Like, back like in Disney Channel, they have these staff. They sign these contracts to they control what the Disney Channel actors wear, what they post on social media, how they talk, all of that. And which is why you see a lot of child stars, like once they leave Disney or whatever, their whole personality does like a 180, and they're this completely different person, because Disney controls all of that, because they want all of the people working at Disney under the same family friendly environment. They don't want to get any bad press because of somebody that's been working there. And obviously, the only reason that she hadn't been fired before this was because of Jon Favreau. And again, she's not the only one. Just because she's conservative does not mean that she was the only one that has been muted by Disney, because I think it was back earlier on. I think Leetta Wright, who plays Shuri in Black Panther, she was also got canceled by some people on Twitter because she had posted this anti-vax video about don't take the vaccine, all these different facts about it. I don't know if it was true or not. I think it was debunked or whatever, but Don Cheadle, who plays War Machine in Iron Man and Marvel, he came to her defense. He was like, "Yeah, see, don't hate on Leetta. She's cool. Like this, she should be entitled to her opinion." But what it seems has happened is Disney talked to him behind the scenes. It was like, "You can't say that." And I guess he did like a whole 180 on his stance. It was like she should not have done that. And he basically slammed her, after defending her. And it was obvious that Disney most likely talked to him, and because they control their actors, they control everything they do, to how they look, to how they talk, and they also have requirements to what they post on social media. All of them had this. She's not the only one. But because she did not obey those rules, that is why she breached her contract. You know what I mean? Because they had these contracts to what type of standards you hold yourself up to, how you act in public, what is your persona in public. And Disney does not want any bad press. They do not want any bad press. They don't want anybody that makes them look bad. They don't want anything like that at all. So she is not the only one, and at the end of the day, she should not have posted that. She knew what her contract stated, and she knew that that was gonna get her canceled or get her in trouble. And especially in the position that she was in, I can't defend her because that post was very offensive. And again, and this is just my opinion, you can debate this or whatever, but I think that was anti-Semitic and totally uncalled for. So I don't think that she will be coming back. In the meantime, who knows, maybe something crazy will happen and they'll bring her back, because you also have Ray Park, who was also fired by Disney, but they then brought him back for another mall project. He's the one who does the motion capture for Maul. He's like the essence. He's the He plays Maul in all the movies and stuff like that. He is essentially Maul. And you also have Sam Witwer, who voices Maul and stuff like that. I also did another video on that, and I'll link that in the down below in the comments or in my recommended or whatever. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell.
Buddha.